Welcome, my beloved Virgo masculine. You are not here by chance. Spirit has gently guided you to this space, this moment, this message curated uniquely for your soul. There is a quiet strength within you, but Spirit whispers of a tension in your energy, a weight upon your throat chakra. Words unspoken. Truths locked away. A life unlived. It's time to release what holds you back and realign with the path you were destined to walk. We begin this sacred reading with a message from the Divine Oracle. The card that rose to meet you is Adventure. Change me, Divine Beloved, into one who rides the tide happily, trusting where I am being led, even when everything doesn't make sense yet. Dear Virgo, your masculine energy is mighty, anchored in loyalty, purpose, and vision. But even you must remember, growth cannot bloom without movement, and adventure cannot begin until you let go of the dock. The tarot has spoken with clarity, leaping forth with messages meant just for you. The cards pulled are the Four of Pentacles, reversed. The King of Pentacles, clarified by the High Priestess. Song message, Sparkle, by Cameo. Let's unfold this together. The Four of Pentacles reversed. This card comes as a gentle nudge from Spirit. It's time to release. Release fear. Release control. Release the past that keeps you emotionally armored. The reversed Four of Pentacles urges you to soften your grip, especially on matters of the heart. You've built walls, Virgo, not from malice, but from protection. But these same walls now prevent the love, joy, and connection you truly crave from reaching you. Let your heart chakra breathe. Let love find its way in again. The King of Pentacles. You are this king. Rooted. Reliable. Strategic. A builder of empires, both material and emotional. You offer security to those you care for, but love, dear Virgo, isn't something to manage or contain. This king reminds you that your highest power comes when you lead with integrity, loyalty, and emotional presence. It's time to not just offer the dream, but be the dream, present, consistent, and open. The High Priestess. The High Priestess asks you to dive into your own depths. Trust your intuition. Peel back the layers of your own silence. She knows your secrets, those you've kept even from yourself. This card signifies a powerful spiritual awakening, an unveiling of truths long buried. She brings confirmation. You already know what your heart desires. You're being called to embrace the mystery of love, not analyze it into submission. Song message, Sparkle, by Cameo. Spirit speaks through music, and this song is your soul's echo. When I first saw you, you had sparkle in your eyes, like the stars at night, high in the sky. She shone, didn't she? That one who caught your eye and stirred your soul. She had something you didn't expect, depth, magic, a sparkle that mirrored your own light and shadow. You thought charm would be enough, that she would play your game. But she wasn't playing. She loved with a pure heart, until she couldn't anymore. You remember now. You see her even in the silence. The song is more than memory, it's a message from your higher self. How I wish that you were mine, because to me, you're one of a kind. She surrendered, Virgo. She withdrew, not out of weakness, but strength. You may now only receive her light in glimpses, small talk, pleasantries, but her energy lingers in your field like a spark waiting for oxygen. A whisper from Spirit. It is time to speak, dear Virgo. Not with practiced charm, but with truth. Let your soul speak through your throat chakra. Let your actions match your intentions. You've built kingdoms, but will you build a bridge? You already know the answer. It lives within your silence. Trust the tides. Embrace the unknown. Reclaim your voice. And follow the sparkle. Current energy update. The Virgo masculine. Cards drawn, the Hermit, reversed, the King of Swords clarified by the Ace of Swords. Channeled song, If I Were a Bell, by Tina Marie. The Hermit reversed. Dear Virgo, this card reflects your soul in solitude, not by choice, but by circumstance. The Hermit reversed signals that you may feel cast out from connection, especially from your divine feminine. Perhaps you've been isolating yourself emotionally or spiritually, wrestling with your own inner shadows, or perhaps life itself forced a withdrawal. This is a sacred pause, a space carved out by the universe to show you who you truly are beneath all your roles, routines, and rationalizations. You may feel forgotten, but spirit is closer than ever. The pain of rejection is real, but it's also a mirror, showing you where healing must take place. You've been made to sit with yourself, and now that silence hums with truth. You're no longer the man you were. You're shedding the illusion. And it's time to emerge. The King of Swords. Here stands your current self, the embodiment of maturity, clarity, and authority. This king is not moved by emotional storms. He observes, he reflects, he chooses his words carefully. You have come into a phase where you now see the truth of your past actions, of the connection that once bloomed, and of the consequences that followed. You now understand the value of precision. You wish to be fair, honest, and balanced in what you say and do. Your heart may ache, but your mind is now your ally, not a cage. This is the energy of a man who wants to do right, not just feel right. This is your power now, to speak with integrity, to cut through confusion, and to restore what was lost through honesty, clarity, and accountability. The Ace of Swords, clarifying the king. A new beginning lies before you, one that starts with truth. The Ace of Swords brings a divine spark of mental clarity and an invitation to communicate, to break through barriers and misunderstanding. It's the sword of justice, yes, but also the sword of release. You are being called to use your voice. The throat chakra block is ready to clear, but only if you speak with authenticity and purpose. If there has been silence between you and your divine feminine, the ace is your signal, it's time to break it. Not with pressure or persuasion, but with sincerity. This could be a conversation, a letter, a song, a moment of eye contact that says everything. But it begins with you claiming your truth, and sharing it. Channeled song message, If I Were a Bell, by Tina Marie. Spirit speaks again through music, this time through the soul-stirring poetry of Tina Marie. These lyrics are your heart's confession. I remember sunlight creeping in the window over there, the day had promised true love. You remember, don't you? The early mornings. The sacred stillness between you. The way her presence held you. It wasn't just her body, it was her energy, her essence, her light. She made you feel seen. She made you over. Only you and I were there, and now, honey, I'm not the same, because you made a brand new me. That transformation wasn't just spiritual, it was alchemical. You were changed in her presence. And now, without her, that change lingers like a phantom limb. You're no longer the same man, but she doesn't know that yet. If I were a bell, baby, I would ring, tell the whole world that you are my everything. This is your truth, Virgo. You may not have said it then. You may not have known how. But your soul knows it now. You've rehearsed it in your mind 1,000 times. You're not seeking perfection anymore, you're seeking connection. You've grown. You've awakened. You've stood face to face with the man in the mirror, and you now see your divine feminine not as a prize to win, but a soul to honor. Spirit says, speak. Write. Express. Let her know you're not the same. Let her see the man she helped awaken. Not to manipulate. Not to plead. But to honor her light and share your truth. Because sometimes the bell doesn't need permission to ring, it just needs the courage to sound. Feelings, warranted or unwarranted. Cards revealed. The world. The wheel of fortune. Clarified by, the world, reversed. Song message, Against All Odds, by Phil Collins. The world, completion, mastery, revelation. Virgo, you've come so far. This card reflects the evolution of your soul, the journey of cycles completed, lessons learned, and a sense of higher perspective. The world is a powerful spiritual arrival, the culmination of all your trials and errors, missteps and redemptions. And yet, there's still a lingering ache. You've grown in silence, watching the life you could have had continue without you. And while others may see your stillness as indifference, only you know the truth, your retreat was not rejection. It was reverence. You stepped back, not to detach from her, but to become worthy of her light. The world tells us this. Yes, your feelings are warranted. Yes, your love was real. But this chapter is only finished if you let it be. The wheel of fortune, destiny turns again. Fate is not done with this story, Virgo. The wheel appears as a sign that the energy between you and your divine feminine has not vanished, it has shifted, grown quieter perhaps, but no less real. You are being given a rare chance, a cosmic window to make things right, if you so choose. But you must know, the wheel turns whether you act or not. If you wait too long, the door may close. Not out of punishment, but because time must honor those who are willing to risk the fall for love. The wheel says, the connection was fated. But fate will not do your work for you. The world reversed, the unfinished song. Here is where the ache deepens. The world reversed is the soul crying out, this isn't over. You sense it in your bones, in your breath, in the quiet moments when the memory of her face returns like a wave. You may ask yourself, are these feelings foolish? Is it too late? Spirit answers, no. The story paused, but it never ended. This card reveals karmic loops still open, words unsaid, love unspoken. Not because it wasn't there, but because you were still learning how to hold it. You didn't vanish because you didn't care. You vanished because you cared too much, and didn't yet know how to love her the way she needed. But now you do. Channeled song message, Against All Odds, by Phil Collins. How can you just walk away from me, when all I can do is watch you leave? You remember her walking away, strong in her silence. You watched her back turned, not in anger, but in resignation. She waited, Virgo. She held out hope. Until she couldn't anymore. You're the only one who really knew me at all. Because she did know you. In ways no one else ever has. In ways that terrified you, exposed you, and stirred something primal and sacred inside of you. She saw the man underneath the armor, and you weren't ready to be that man. But now you are. So take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space. That space in your bed. That silence in your day. That phantom echo of her laugh. It lingers. And still, you hope. You hope there's still a place in her heart for the man you've become. You coming back to me is against the odds, and that's what I've got to face. This is your reality, dear Virgo. You may not get a perfect reunion. She may not be waiting. But your heart, your soul, needs you to try. Because if you don't, you'll never stop wondering what could have been. Final divine reflection. Your feelings are not only warranted, they are sacred. They are the result of growth, humility, and a love that was never ordinary. You are no longer hiding from your emotions, you are standing in them. And that, Virgo, is power. Spirit leaves you with this. You cannot undo the past, but you can honor it by how you show up now. If the world reversed says there's still a song left to sing, and the wheel spins one more time, then maybe, just maybe, love still lives on the other side of your courage. You knew, even back then, what she meant to you. But the truth scared you. She saw you before you were ready to be seen. And now, that intuitive knowing lingers. The connection never broke, it simply went silent. You remember her light. The way she entered your life like a frequency you didn't know you needed. You thought your charm would be enough, but she required something real, something you hadn't yet become. And so, she walked. But the memory of her sparkle, it still lives in you. There is the opportunity for a fresh start through raw, unfiltered truth. A breakthrough is here. But it begins with you choosing to speak, not from fear, but from love. She changed you. Her love awakened parts of you you didn't know existed. And now, your soul is ringing with truth. You long to share what your silence never could. This story is unfinished. Your heart knows it. Her energy still lingers. Spirit affirms, there is karmic closure left unsaid. Your feelings are not only valid, they're unfinished business. Your feelings are not misplaced. They are the echoes of a heart that has awakened. You may not be able to undo the past, but you can choose to honor it by how you move forward now. The world reversed reminds you, there's still a chapter left to write. The wheel urges you, the time is now. And Spirit asks you, will you let fear have the final word, or will you rise, against all odds? Thank you for sharing your time here. Please like, share and subscribe. Remember, there is always a message in the music.